Coming up on the AFN Europe Report.
The deadliest attack on U.S. forces in Afghanistan in 3 years. The 9 soldiers killed last week are remembered at their home station in Vicenza, Italy. Plus, U.S. forces engaged in contingency and wartime operation in U.S. European Command have a new leader. And working out the good and the bad. Find out what the Navy is saying about the newest PT attire.
Those stories and more.
Your station. Your stories.
The AFN Europe Report starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Specialist Jennifer Gold. 9 soldiers killed during an intense attack in Afghanistan last week are remembered at their home station in Vicenza, Italy. The Taliban assault on U.S. forces was the deadliest in the region since 2005. The memorial for the fallen, perhaps the most emotional for the community.
Then our Rear Detachment Commander spoke from a thankful heart to enshrine all of these fallen sky soldiers in the ranks of genuine heroes.
The Vicenza military community honored 9 173rd Airborne Brigade Combat Team soldiers who were killed in action in a memorial ceremony on Caserma, Italy. The 173rd Rear Detachment Chaplain, Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Horning, spoke about the choices these soldiers made that led them to this point.
They volunteered, we know, for reasons, personally sufficient reasons. Among those were the noblest reason of all, self-sacrifice.
Soldiers paid tribute to their friends and comrades in arms, each having a personal and special memory that they shared with the community.
The cherished memories of this soldier, my friend, are too many to list here.
But at the end of the day, I always knew that Jason would do anything for me, and he knew I would do anything for him.
Platoon, that in the end, you were second platoon. God bless you, sir, and all that you did. I'll see you on the beach.
Lieutenant Brostrom, Sergeant Garcia, Corporal Ayers, Corporal Hovader, Corporal Phillips, Corporal Rainey, Corporals Willing, Specialist Abad. Well done. Stand down. We will see you on the high ground.
After a final roll call for these 9 heroic Americans,
Corporal Jonathan Myers Ayers,
and a 21-gun salute, in honor of their lives, choices, and sacrifices, the Vicenza military community paid their own personal tribute. Some community members made tributes by leaving command coins, others with flowers, and some with a simple kiss goodbye on one or more of the 9 helmets on the fallen soldier battle crosses. Specialist Joe Tolliver, Vicenza, Italy.
The 3rd Air Force directs all U.S. forces engaged in contingency and wartime operations within U.S. European Command. And for the first time since its reactivation in 2006, new leadership has taken over.
USAF Commander General Roger Brady relinquished command of 3rd Air Force from General Robert Bishop to Lieutenant General Philip Breedlove.
Phil takes command at a unique juncture in history. The threats are harder to define, yet more real than ever before. I'm glad that you and Cindy are on our team, and the men and women of 3rd Air Force will be blessed by your leadership.
General Breedlove is no stranger to Europe, and this is his 4th assignment to Germany. This time around, he's commanding 3rd Air Force, and he's ready.
Henry Kissinger once said, the task of the leader is to get his people from where they are to where they have not been. Over the coming months, I will take these words to heart.
General Breedlove will take his past experience in commanding forces in Europe, as well as advice from his predecessor, as he takes over the reins of his new command. Staff Sergeant Jason David, Ramstein Air Base, Germany.
The changing of the Queen's colors for the British Royal Air Force happens just once every 15 years. This time, it was in conjunction with the Royal International Air Tattoo, or RIAT, the world's largest military air show. Royal Air Force members put their best foot forward during a parade for the changing of the Queen's colors. Bands marched and flags were displayed with pride as the Queen's arrival marked the beginning of the rare event. What makes it even more special is that the parade is coupled with the 90th anniversary of the RAF.
Particularly important year for us in terms of celebration, looking back at our heritage and history and looking forward to the future. And this parade today and the fact that Her Majesty the Queen has come to RAF Airport to present these new colours is a very important part of this celebration.
The parade is a massive event with units from all over the UK taking part. The Queen herself actually hands the new colours over and presents them to RAF members that have taken a knee in preparation. Once the colours are received, they're marched off the parade grounds the same way they're marched on, flying high with pride. But there's a bit more pressure during the exit as the flag bearers pass directly in front of the Queen. Staff Sergeant Alana Ingram, RAF Fairford, United Kingdom. Everybody has a story, and if you'd like to share yours, we'd love to hear from you. Send your story idea via email to stories@afne.army.mil. Plus, don't forget you can also look us up on the web. We're at afneurope.net. All the stories you've seen on the AFN Europe Report are available on our website. Once there, you can view, save, and send these stories to anyone you'd like. And coming up, the U.S. Navy works out the kinks of their new style of the PT uniform. Stay with us.
Look, now it's leaking.
Oh, where's the manual?
Is there a way to turn down the volume?
New parent? Give Army Community Service a call. Army Community Service. Real-life solutions for successful Army living.
We go to the Republic of Georgia, where a platoon of Marine machine gunners are working hard to update Georgian service members on qualifying at the range.
The sound of 50 cal and 40mm guns fills the air as these Marines begin their training with Georgia's military in the Vaziani training area. For the Georgians, this is the first chance they're getting to train alongside the Marines.
The Marines are very skilled and experienced, and they can teach us a lot during this training.
The Georgian lieutenant says this training will be helpful to achieve the Republic of Georgia's goal of making it into NATO and being more involved in world affairs. But before the Georgians can get involved in world affairs, they must show they're dedicated to the mission, something the Marines are noticing.
It is good teaching them, because once they get proficient with the weapon system, watching them understand what they're doing and making their weapons react the way they want them to, and seeing them understand what's going on with it, makes you feel good.
Lance Corporal Sidoti says the Georgians are showing they're learning from the training in one obvious way: steel on steel. The Marines are not only learning about training, they're learning about the Georgians in the process. Senior Airman Jeremy Townsend, Vaziani Training Area, Tbilisi, the Republic of Georgia.
Also in the Republic of Georgia, U.S. soldiers from the state of Georgia are teaching the basics of saving lives on the battlefield.
Georgians and Georgians come together in the spirit of friendship and cooperation to learn important life-saving skills. This two-day Combat Lifesaver, or CLS course, focuses on how to treat a casualty before professional medical help can arrive. Before the day is done, both countries' soldiers learn to splint a fracture and dress an abdominal wound. They also must start an IV, which, as this Combat Lifesaver course instructor can tell you, leaves some a little apprehensive.
Now, you get a little nervous about that. It's a little blood involved, but it's not something that's dangerous. It's a skill that we have to teach.
And though some may be a tad nervous when it comes to being pricked, the Georgians are here to learn.
They're eager to learn, and they do a really good job, and they're putting forth a lot of effort, and we enjoy watching the interaction between our soldiers and theirs.
It's that interaction here at IR08 that Sergeant Jordan says will prepare these soldiers for dealing with emergency medical situations in future combat operations. Specialist Randall Pike, Baziani Training Area, Tbilisi, Georgia.
Behold, the new U.S. Navy PT uniforms are in circulation and hitting a clothing sales location near you.
The Navy's new physical training uniform, or PTU, is now in the hands of many Naval Station Rota sailors, and they are already sporting the blue and gold colors.
This is going to provide unit cohesion. Everyone's going to be in the same PT uniform. It's standardized, and it's about time the Navy kind of jumped into that genre.
The uniform represents the Navy colors and is also functional.
You know, the old school stuff that I got in boot camp was nothing but cotton and cotton. And anyone who's had a lot to do with fitness, the cotton is the worst thing for your body. It doesn't allow your body to breathe. With the new changes, is it's not cotton, it's more of a polyester type rayon material that allows your body to breathe.
The PTU is required for unit physical training and the semi-annual physical fitness assessment beginning October 1st. During command exercise, the shirt must be tucked into the shorts. Sailors may also wear the uniform during individual PT.
Yeah, you can wear it on your own. You can wear it however you want. You can tuck it in, you can not tuck it in. Obviously, it's not recommended to wear it out in town.
Service members cannot wear the uniform while in a duty status or when conducting official business on base, such as visiting the galley, medical, or PSD. Comments about the PTU design and quality are already coming into the Uniform Matters of Office, and there are plans to improve them over the next couple years.
I'll say it's modification 1. Okay, we finally got into the right area what we want. Now we're just going to build on it to make improvements, to make it the overall best fitness uniform that we can have.
Petty Officer Cynthia Griggs, Rota, Spain.
Coming up, we'll take a tip from one FRG in Germany on how to keep spirits up during a deployment.
For the road. Happy birthday.
How will a DUI affect your military career? If you drive drunk, there's no end to the consequences. A military DUI conviction can result in a dishonorable discharge, a reduction in rank, loss of pay, loss of security clearance, fines, imprisonment, and embarrassment. A drunk driver hurting their own career is one thing, but a person behind the wheel with foggy judgment can take away something you can't put a price on. 250,000 Americans died from alcohol-related accidents in the past 10 years. And 1 American dies every 20 minutes in an alcohol-related crash.
Stop efforts.
Hello?
Mrs. Weekly?
Yes?
I'm Chief Drew from Base Security.
And I'm Chaplain Cameron. Honey, can you come here a minute, please?
Having drinks? You better have a plan. Don't let this nightmare happen to you.
Well, we all know that long separations from loved ones is hard on the entire family, and we go to Germany, where a unit makes sure those left behind are taken care of when their spouses leave for war.
A hot guy.
Food, friends, and family. All things that naturally seem to go together. But the only ingredients missing from this barbecue put on by the 54th Engineer Battalion Rear Detachment were the deployed spouses, be it husbands, wives, moms, or dads.
All we really did was help around the house with my mom to get through it easier and just help her and stuff.
5th grader Patrick Mann came out to support his fellow classmates whose parents are deployed. For this barbecue, his dad Jeffrey is home, serving as grill master. Patrick offered these pearls of wisdom.
I would say, don't sweat it. Keep in touch with your family member and just do your normal routines.
Although still a long way off, these families eagerly await the return of their loved ones, which doesn't seem soon enough for Michelle and Mallory Onidson.
For me, just because he's, my cohort, he's my best friend, my partner in crime, so.
There's more! More than already.
Just having him there and not having to worry about him is the main thing, and just having him home.
As the 54th Engineers carry out their marching orders in Iraq, these families plan to support one another until their loved ones come home. Army Sergeant Jerry Malik, Bamberg, Germany.
And that's all the time we have tonight for everyone here at the AFN Europe Report. Thank you for watching and have a good night.